Welcome back to another episode of Paint and Spill. I'm your host, Elvy. Today on Paint and Spill, we have somebody that is talented, extraordinary, multifaceted. That's my favorite word. I'm not stop use it. Today we have Yanique Smith. So Yanique, she's a teacher by profession. We work together at the best high school in Clarendon and Jamaica at large, Denby High School. But today we don't talk about teaching things, right?
No.
Today we are here to talk about Yanique's beautiful vase. Handmade, beautiful. So if you're looking for any of these beautiful vases, Yanique is the person for you. But today, Yanique, what we are paying?
Want to talk about something about soaring.
You want
probably never paint something
you want to talk about something soaring?
Yeah.
So we're paying eagle.
Yeah.
But you know, say from Paint and Spill, we only love to paint jumper.
Well, if I even that, I label it as eagle.
I say that in a season one and it just sticks. From Paint and Spill, we just go drunk and we know all the paint. So what about the eagle that you like? What about the eagle that fascinates you, Yanique?
Alright, well, as we all know, eagles are normally the birds that soar to the highest. And in this time, in this pandemic, in this era, I think we just have to soar. We just have to try out new things because everybody's trying out new stuff. So we just have to do what we have to do and see how far we can go in our soaring.
The eagle is a bird that I really like as well because one, the eagle fly alone.
Yeah.
In life, when you stretch yourself, when you grow, you're gonna have this sudden urge to grow, and then when you start growing, you're gonna realize you're gonna lose friends, family, everything. But you just have to do what you have to do for you and soar. The other thing about the eagle, Yanique, you know, say you mentioned the eagle, and I love chat, but another thing about the eagle, in the face of adversity, in the face of difficulty, when there's a storm, the eagle doesn't stop. The eagle soars above the storm. So I think it's a good thing that you're today. Right. So we're soaring above the storm.
Yeah.
So how did you started making? You're always a creative person. We can say that because you teach home economic. What do you call it now? Consumer family.
Human ecology.
She's in the human ecology department. You know everything. Talk about that. You know, see the newspaper where we refer to Sean Paul's wife as domestic engineer.
Yes. So everything a new name, high name, and stuff like that.
So she's in the human ecology department.
Yeah.
Then cover home economic management,
clothing and textile, food, nutrition and health, and also cosmetology is under that department.
You know why we keep forgetting the Cosmo under the department? We run this up by itself, but yes, Cosmo is on there. So you've always been creative, and if you need a skirt right now, you can make a skirt. Huh?
Yeah, or A-line, or even a gore. Yeah.
But why did you choose the vase as a business venture?
Alright, you know, it was in the pandemic. As I said earlier, everybody started doing something in the pandemic. So
including
Paint and Spill. Right? So it was all in the pandemic. I started, well, a teacher at school, Miss Harvey, she made some of these for to issue, but unfortunately we weren't able to receive because of the whole corona. So I was just here at home and I was saying to my mother that, you know, I wanted to do something, I just want to do something.
Right.
And she said, every day I hear you talk about this vase, something where you want to make, and then I see you start to do anything.
Right.
So I always say to her, say, Mommy, me need to buy some cement. Me need some cement and me need some fabric. Me need some this, me need some that.
Right.
So it was one day now, she was going to Mapen and she said, you know, so I go buy the cement for you, because every day they are chat. Yeah.
That's so
Every day,
that's so
she
nice.
said every day they are chat, boy, you go do this and you go do that. So I go buy the cement. And she bought the cement and I say, alright, I go see who I can try them. The first set when I do, them spoil. Them they up there, so when you call them spoil, them they up at the top up there.
But
so.
it could be spoiled to you because you have a higher standard.
Well,
but then
mommy said them not spoil, and when
right?
people come here and see them say them look alright. But to me, them spoil.
But you know, that's how it goes when you're trying at first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. It's not. I don't really call it failing. You're finding a way that it's not. That it doesn't work that way, so you have to do another way. So it's not, I don't like them spoiled. She just never like them that way.
And then it was just from there. And I started advertising using WhatsApp. You know, persons start taking it off my status. They put it on their status. Persons put it on their stories on Facebook.
Right.
And all of that. So
But
that's where it started.
But they are so beautiful. They have to be shared. Look, I just can't stop showing you.
So like for these
and
sizes are like for your dressers, your side tables.
You do a very
side tables, yes.
So you have this size
and a larger one.
Also 2 sizes.
Yes.
Right. How much for the larger one?
The larger one, 3.5 per vase.
Per vase.
Right. And then the
you accept
pair
payment.
is 6.5.
Oh, you accept payment.
You can do down payment. So once you order, you can do a down payment, start the process, and then when you're coming to pick up now, you can do the final payment and receive your goods.
So what kind of flowers can I put in these?
Regular artificial flowers. Regular artificial.
So if I want to put natural flowers on my veranda.
In these, like this size,
put dirt in it.
Well, I don't necessarily make these for outdoors, but if you want these, because the ones for outdoors normally have a hole at the bottom.
Oh, so the water now settles.
Right, so the water can escape through it and whatever. So these are generally for inside.
So you saw a need. You needed another way out.
And me just bored at home, because remember we're always at school. We're at school from before 8.
7:30 to 7:30.
And we not leave until, most times we leave school after 5. So being at home every day was just not it for me. So I just try to find something to occupy my time and stuff like that.
How do you balance the online learning, the vase making, and your little hyperactive tablet?
Well,
how do you
have to, as I said to you earlier, I can't leave out mommy any time at all, because she's the one who would normally supervise her when I'm busy. So after online school, I'd normally use my afternoons, so probably 3 or 3.5 hours to.
So them take it 3.5 hours?
Well, it depends on what exactly I'm doing, because probably I have a set that I'm going to take off the mount, or I have a set that I have to paint and spray and stuff like that. So it depends on what exactly I have to do.
So then one teacher-centered question. Go ahead. Are you planning on leaving the classroom anytime soon? What if this just lift up? If this is just lift up and you say, you know what? This is it for me in the classroom. Would you leave? Let me not say it like that. If given the opportunity, because other opportunity can come up.
Yeah.
If other opportunity arise, would you leave?
Well, for now, Mega said no.
For now?
Because of the passion that I have as it relates to imparting knowledge and all of that. So for now, Mega said no. But probably in the next 10 years, we might have something else, a different thought.
Your passion is still intact? Your passion is still intact?
Yeah. Once you have the passion, you're going to have the passion continually, don't you? You're going to have the passion again?
I love, let me tell you, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have the passion again. It's died.
How so?
I love the children. Love interacting with children, and I'll forever do things centered around children. But the classroom itself, like the other parts of it.
Yeah,
The other parts of teaching that nobody, including myself, talks about, and I'm not ready to talk about that yet. The other part of it is draining me. When I'm talking to the children, I'm full of life and energy. But the other parts,
I think I understand what you're saying.
And then me easily bored.
That sounds weird. Easily bored?
No, pay attention. Look, I always do something else. No, look good. Yeah, I always do something else. Me can't do one project for too long. You can't do one project for too long. I always do something else. And I think that 40 to 1 is ridiculous. 44 to 1 is ridiculous. Oh, other country, 8.
Yeah.
15 students and 2 teachers. Oh, you see, I can't
but
draw.
We have to just draw this.
You can't. You see, I can't.
I brush, give it this
Everybody will come from paint and spill it before the camera start. It was mega start do before the camera start.
Honestly, we can draw.
Before the camera start, everybody.
So how many did he get drawing? Miss Kelly did run at our class.
Hello, not what Miss Kelly class. Be a D me get. You know, some if you ask Miss Kelly if she want to come on the show, a be a D
say.
Miss Kelly usually give orange and put orange and cane on the table and say. If you do still life drawing. Oh, if you draw orange and cane.
Can't do them the drawing there. You can't draw any at all. We just try something right now.
But look for me there, but me I'm falling up. My jewelry is falling apart. Me there now, but me a host show with painting. Me tell somebody earlier today, say, oh, I have a show on YouTube called Paint and Speech. She said, you're a painter. I said, no, miss. No.
Oh, boy.
It's just the fun. I mean, this
eagle journey.
Eagle? Me can't. No, so this we have put that's our sky, the outer door.
So this time,
I don't know what is this. This come like something where Lamani could do. Maybe put me eagle in a black up in a blue sky, but this a grass, green grass. And come here, paint up your table. So if you are interested in these vases, I'm just I like it, but I'm looking for something that can go on my veranda. Hello.
The bigger ones, the bigger ones can probably go on your veranda, but if it's natural flowers that are gonna blow in it, put in it, then I would have to make it the other way, with the hole in the bottom.
This is beautiful. What colors do you have them in?
I have them in red and gold, as you see here. Right. I have straight gold. I have a yellow one. I'm gonna finish that yet. I think I'm going to put the rim area in gold. And it depends on the color that you want.
Oh, so
if you order a color that I don't have, then it will be done.
Here we go sourcing.
I will source the color.
Let us talk about ordering. How do I order? Where can I find you?
Alright, as it relates to ordering, you can contact me on WhatsApp. The number is 576-7351. So you know you put 876 at the front. Also, you can find me on Instagram at YanSmithy. So that's YANSMITHY. One word.
I can put the Instagram link in the description.
Right.
Or if you just can't bother with them something, they can message me. I'll pass it on.
And on Facebook, Yanique Smith. So that's where you find.
Do you think you would make what? Oh yeah. So now you're doing this, but what if June come and you're bored again? What else would you branch out into?
Alright, even before June come and I'm bored, there is something else that I'm thinking of doing before June.
What is that?
I'm always sourcing things. I'm always like on YouTube. I'm always on the phone watching stuff and stuff like that. So I realized that they have a little way of doing headboards. So I might branch off in headboards. So if you need your headboards for your bed, you can.
In the bed no, and sleep on table.
So as it relates to the headboards, once I kick off the first one, and you know, I'll be showing videos and images and stuff like that, you can start your ordering.
Right, and when you make the headboard, you're gonna come right back from Paint and Spill with our samples. Come display them, because you know that Paint and Spill is the place to witness people launch. No sir, our boss ready. Boss, we're not ready yet. That's the one next thing. How do you teach? How do you teach when she's awake?
You realize which part today?
Oh,
she's locked away.
Hey, but you serious?
Yeah, so she's always with mommy.
We're so finished, boss. Don't worry.
With mommy.
Don't worry.
Because the other day she come in the room and she just start one piece of dancing on the bed. No music now playing no. I have my class and she just step on the bed. I have the video I can show you when we finish. She put on a piece of dancing. No music.
Yeah, you're never bored.
Never.
With her, no?
Never met her.
Me have one question. I hope me don't forget it. So this for you is business. Is there anything philanthropic that you are interested in? Any, you have any soft spot for any group of people? Any future project you can see yourself 5 years from now? You that work on or with?
Yes. I don't know. Me just something about me and helping people, because I think that at one point, if somebody did come to me when me younger and say, you need help with this, oh yes, me surely would have accepted it, because I know what it feels like coming from nowhere.
Right.
And actually, me still not reach nowhere yet, but,
yes, but
it's in progress.
You are not where you
used to be, right?
And you are in a position where you can
assist.
Offer assistance.
Right. So,
but even not we're not futuristic, like you can already do that, because occasionally you offer help to students in need.
Yes, but I want that to go.
You want something
wider.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, when I start comedy I replied to it this morning. When I said I like the idea, right? And you can start small.
Yeah, that's the aim.
Very, very,
that's
very
the
small.
aim.
And then you'll be surprised to see where you're gonna go in one year.
Right.
For me, I definitely know what I want to do. I want to have a philanthropic wise. You know, you can do business in life. You do business, you do service, and you have your own little where you give back as a citizen.
Yeah.
What I want to do is, I want a home for abused women and teen pregnancy children, girls, teen pregnant girls.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say where the place is. Nobody would know where the place is, because if you are protect abused women,
you wouldn't want
you
to
advertise
that.
You know, advertise that.
Location.
I think this is the first time I mentioning this idea. But me just put it out there in the atmosphere and watch it come to life. But I would like to run a home for women who are abused and teen mothers. Right.
So I am going to start on the road.
Yeah.
Because it's the homeless. You know, when I walk through Mapen, there are so many young persons. There are so many elderly persons who are on the streets. They don't have anybody. You think
them family forget about them, or they refuse help from the family? What do you think?
Sometimes I think the family just neglect them. Because I remember when I was doing NYS one of the year, we went to the infirmary, and there was a brown lady, a very brown, I mean her color was so high. I say, oh, what is a white lady there do? And she have nice hair. And when I went there and inquired, she was a nurse, as in she was a registered nurse.
And she fought on times?
Yes, and her family just turned them back on her. So right now, the infirmary should I so?
I think there are situations in which family really neglect because to care for somebody with any dependable illness, right? Because it's illness, they're dependent on you. It's really straining on you, the family, and some of them really want that strain. So I think some of the situations are family neglect.
Yeah.
I also think that some of the situation is they refuse help from family. Some of them, you know,
and sometimes them prefer to stay on the road, you know. This?
Yeah.
Please.
What do you mean that nice?
This look good?
I like it. After
Okay, thank you.
When Michelangelo.
Thank you.
That look nice. They look here. This look like something Lamonique though.
What's wrong with this?
So something nice.
When I'm ready, something represents. I like the contrasting colors them where you have.
I done the blue done. I done the green done.
Well, it's still working in your favor because look, you see the contrasting color?
Look at you. Stop trying to compliment
No
this.
man, it look good in a look.
I was saying that some of them, they refuse to accept that they need help. And they probably need their medication, and they don't want the medication, so they refuse it. So I think there are those situations, and then probably you have a few where they move far away from them family, and then this take them and they don't have nobody.
Yeah, they don't have nowhere else to turn, and probably they can't go back at the home.
I'm afraid of that,
and stuff like that.
I'm afraid of not being able to help myself.
Like one of my aunts, I have an aunt, you know. So one time, Mama did say to her, say, like when that talk about her, and then she just did call me. And Mama said, why you gonna live till them son you? And she said, no, me no want to live so long. Because me no want to turn trouble to nobody.
Right.
Because you know, sometimes the children, them can't bother with you because sometimes them people, I'm not going to tell a lie, sometimes all people are miserable bad. Miserable bad and stuff like that. So sometimes I just, situations like those, you know, cause them to be on the road. But I really want to see how best I can be almost, you know, like impact somebody life out there on the street. And so if them see me, them say, you know, so the lady they make me eat my dinner yesterday or last night or and stuff like that.
I think it's a good venture. And when you're ready,
more launch it out soon.
When you're ready, if I have porn arrest, we can give. We must get fan out porn arrest. But that's for the future. We're talking about what's now, and what's now. We have these beautiful vase. Yeah. Some people say vase.
Vase. We in Jamaica vase, we say.
When I really business, which way you pronounce it, as long as you like it and want to get it, you can find her on Instagram, Smithy. You can WhatsApp her. The number will be provided. I'm going to provide the link for her Instagram. Even if you are not interested in buying, you can go over there and follow. Right? Yeah, accept followers?
Yes. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you just realized something. Wow. We all.
Yeah. Today what? Friday?
Today Friday.
I went to the Robin birthday, Miss Brown daughter.
Robin?
I think week. If I know yesterday, Wednesday. I mean, I said to Cheryl, say, because Robin at 19. I say, remember when you did at 19?
No.
She say,
no.
Me remember when we did 19.
We were 19, 9 years ago.
5 years ago. But I remember, and we're almost 30. We're almost 30.
Yanique, where did the time go? Just last week we were 25. I know. Just last week we were 22, living the life.
I remember when.
And then we blink.
I have one birthday cake. Come, Mr. Mega put up, on my status and say, because it say happy birthday, Yanique. Happy birthday, Yanique, and it have 22 on my bottom. Me just see that 22 when them buy the cake there for me. And now they're almost 30.
It come like the age them The
One
age
step
them
in
between.
come like
No,
one step in
25.
20? Or
It's like, you know, say, after pass is when you're 25, you are 25. But anything after 25, you're 30. And it just
believe so.
I used to be scared for 30. But then I realized that 30 is the time that you apply what you learned in 20s and you really start thrive in 30. So after I realized that I learned that, we are now because our dog get miserable. We still come, mommy. We still come. She's in there with mommy. She's not locked away by herself.
She's in there with my mother. That's her grandma.
And Yanique's mother has been very instrumental in.
What that's about?
How fight things them way you couldn't do without your mother.
Yeah.
So you want grandpa go fling and fling my dad tell why?
In short,
you know say the mother where you have another granny where she another granny to the
no.
Me feel like say them tired.
And them just accept any behavior with grandpa them.
Because none of them are their parents. I am parents.
So what if things that we used to go through? And I think them spoil now. Them grandparents spoil.
But before we say goodbye, I remind you to watch out. I forget to ask them to subscribe. I keep saying that I think I'm on television and that this is YouTube, so I should ask you to subscribe. Please, if you're still watching, please subscribe. If you like Yanique's productions, you can ask me for her number if you have my number. You can find her on Instagram, or I'll put the number in the description. But Yanique, who did tell say 2005 when we left me from primary that 13 years? No.
I'm
more than 13.
I'm more than
How much
13.
5 and 21.
I'm more than 13.
5 and 21 and how much? 16. Box cover. 16 years ago.
16 years.
Time really flies. Who's it says 16 years later we would have slow yesterday, but we are start business and do show. Listen, I have a show that's going on. I have a show that's going on. I think this is a good example to have my shows cross over because I have a show that's going on that's called Sink Swimmer with the Captain, and in one episode we talk about networking, and I mentioned that your high school friends, you must treat them good because those are the people that you're gonna know in position. They're gonna be the teachers, they're gonna be Jason and fireman.
Turner?
Yeah. Malia police. Romina soldier. We're not a lawyer. Full batch not a lawyer.
No, not that one.
I don't know any lawyers in our batch. But who to tell one lawyer gonna be in a year batch? Or bank accountants in our batch. Zena.
Yeah.
Who else? What else in our batch? Teachers in our batch?
Walipa teachers.
One Walipa teachers. Enough teachers we can run a school in our batch. And what else?
I know say when we were at school, probably can't edit out.
I just want to hear no. We get
remember when we did their school, you know, especially in a food class.
Especially for your clique. Nobody come talk about class.
No, alright, especially
when we in a grade 10, we didn't have the same class. So nobody come put class. Maybe not sure take this fast because especially
my clique. Because this is not in a group, right?
And
you did over the same day.
Me did all over.
You have Noelle them and Danzel them. Noelle the only girl. Noelle and Daniel.
That's one different clique.
Down at the back down the store. Then you have different set over your store.
One different clique.
Sometimes teacher not even want to come mark with name.
Then you have
or when the teacher come, the teacher just come with the register. Not talking. And then we had 2 fun teachers.
Mr.
And
Johnson.
two of them treat we same. Then they never talking with we.
Mr. Johnson says to me, say, Elvy, You know, say if I have one business, more hire you. I mean, never understand the way did I say at the time, but now we still must say, yeah, but me not tell you, Yanique crew, I'm put Yanique crew on blast. Yanique long socks crew. Devotion start. Devotion start 9 o'clock.
You know, some picture put up on my status.
Probably did
when we did have all school day school when we were teachers.
Right.
When we were teachers and I put up the picture and I said, no, if I was at school now, more than I run from Mr. Anarchy. Because if Mr. Anarchy spot me a problem
but
with
we
this
tell Mr. Anarchy, we work at Denby where we went to school at Denby. I'm gonna tell Mr. Anarchy, the Mr. Anarchy that you were
when we were there.
Exactly. Their opinion no Mr. Anarchy, but you have to understand, say probably
As,
age, type. No man, Yanique, yeah, crew, school start 9, devotion start, and maybe at school because me never get no trouble. That's not my grade 10 and 11 never my trouble here. Me get trouble grade 8. But grade 10 and 11 never my trouble here. So me at school in a devotion. You want to see them a string over the late side? No,
every big devotion will late.
Oh God, I wonder if one show me can get. I've never had a I've never had a group. I'm open to a group of people. One day once we can get a couple of people out of the group, out of we year group. They come and say probably when we get one bigger camera, more
honestly, we never did easy. I remember one time with Miss when Miss Mighty just come when we did in a grade 8.
Oh, never easy for you. Remember when the people come in with polo shirt? I wanna stay within a grade 11. I want to stay. Then so if I buy polo shirts for my school and nobody except me and Gladstone and somebody else. No know who else come. None of grade 11 they don't come to school. No, somebody say, we so bad. Them, let me just put it out there that I wasn't in there. Them did so bad that we didn't get no ball.
No. We're only group and COVID group.
Yeah. But we're only group where they chose not to give. And I said, no, so me feel it to me cool. But me couldn't afford it if me did to go anyways. If they had one, I couldn't have afford it.
Either.
Yeah, because the bling couldn't afford it.
But you're not go you know say you go in a category with some students and whatever.
Right.
So probably you wouldn't go either. But
you don't go. You don't go. We would even say that because probably parents would have found me.
I think more than go. But everybody left the graduation early, you remember?
No, let me talk about that now.
You.
The graduation was
long. Yeah, the graduation
so
was long.
Who left? Me never.
Only past students did left.
I walked out after 7.
And we did it. 7 we did leave.
We did it before. It did start 1 and we were there before. So we did it from no, me not tell that. Listen to me. With me, a spade is a spade. It did long. And they can't expect children to sit down. So no graduation them short.
Yeah, graduation them short now.
But I didn't know. I'm not say that. When the camera stopped around, I said that. We, my father did one left. My father no, you know, long things there now. Yanique. You see, everybody, she not come back for paint and spill. Anybody where before the camera roll tell me so they can't paint.
Where the black stuff may signify?
Probably dark, no. Why we have darkness and blue sky? Probably dirt. A dirt? A forest? Show them a painting. Show them a beautiful.
I honestly don't know what it signifies.
I don't know what it's
more than where we were supposed to.
Where
eagle in the sky.
Me never remember eagle.
So we are highlighting the eagle, and you know the eagle always soar. So even when the drunker feel like him can overpower or whatever the situation is, the eagle gone left him, right? So that was the aim of this painting.
So Yanique, I want to thank you for spending time with me. You could be making other vases, these beautiful vases. You could be making them, but you chose to come and spend the time with Paint and Spill.
Yes.
And we appreciate it. And you always have a seat at this table. Well, I hear table is, but
at the table of Paint and Spill.
At the table of faith and space. So when you start your headboard or your outreach program, you can come right back here, can give us an update, and we always have a space here. But before we tell the people bye, and I'm gonna ask you that if you're still watching, you can just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But Yannick, is there any encouragement or word, positive word that you'd like to a mother out there with a toddler and she really want to try a business but she don't know how to juggle the three things? Any word of encouragement you want to give them?
Alright, you just have to do what you have to do. Because I always say nobody is going to do what you want to do for you,
right?
If you get what I just said. So if you have a talent and you know that you can probably comb here, you can braid, you can whatever, you don't have to go borrow no loan figure, rent no building right now and stuff like that. Start on your veranda, start on your lawn, start running your house back and stuff like that. One day it must grow. Once progress is in it, it will grow. So you can't depend on people to do you for you. And that is what I am doing. I can't depend on anybody to do me for me. And sometimes you need the push, because if it wasn't for mommy, probably I would have started them here. Because
I need a push.
And the push might sound away sometimes because mommy did shut me up the day, so I fit up in eyes, because every day I go make videos.
But it doesn't make sense, you talk.
But just a talk and I don't do nothing. And the day when she bought the cement, she just said, alright, I go buy the cement them and I go see if I go start. So I never should have go beat me if I never start.
You would have beat you. And I want to add to your point with an advice that Miss Wint gave me. Two. People don't back losers, and if you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance. You have to sometimes give yourself a ticket. Let people know, say, hello, look, this is what I can do. If me never see Yanique post her thing, I'm more than enough to invite her on the show. So you have to start and you get the support. And part of what Mrs. Wynn says, she said, people don't back losers. It's sad, but it's if me give me time, if I'm going to invest my time and resources in you, you have to show me where you have progress. You understand what I say? Because my time is valuable and people don't back losers. And Yanique, I'm proud of you for taking the leap.
Thank you.
I wish that all that you have planned, you'll get them. And like I said, you always have a space at this table because it's yours, and you always have a space at patent space. So any other project that you have, you're always welcome to come and share with us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next
time.
Bye. Bye.
Remember to send in your orders. They are 2,000 for the small ones. These are for your can be used for your TV stands, your bedside tables, your dresser, chest of drawer, whatever you want to do with it, it can be used. So 2,000 single, 3,500 per pair, and I have large ones for 3,500 single and 6,000 per pair. So remember to order up, order up.
Yeah, please like, subscribe, and share. I think that's good. I wonder how long would one day.